white. The background is white, so you do not have to wear anything white. If you happen to be selected, that you must take serious when doing your registration. Yes, the technical part that you must take serious. So the diversity visa lottery, as I said, is a yearly program which grants 55,000 visas to all the qualified nations. It grants 55,000 visas to all the qualified nations. So some of the countries that do not qualify, there are a lot of countries that do not qualify for the diversity visa lottery. Bangladesh and a couple more, which Nigeria, our very own Nigeria, if you are a citizen or a native of Nigeria, you are not qualified to take part in the diversity visa lottery. Why are you not qualified to take part in the diversity visa lottery? You are not qualified to take part, as I'm talking about the Nigerians. Nigerians are not qualified to take part in the DV lottery because over the past 5 years, they have had more than 50,000 natives in the United States of America. So it is not for any reason that Nigeria is not qualified to take part in the DV. It is not for any reason that Nigerians are not qualified to take part in the DV. But the reason why Nigerians are not qualified is because over the last 5 years, they have had more than 50,000 people in America. And this lottery is diversity visa lottery. Diversity, where it gives the opportunity for people from diverse places. So if you are a country whose natives are dominated in America over the past 5 years, then you would not be included. So in the near future, if Ghana over the past 5 years has more than 50,000 people in America, it is likely that Ghana is also going to be dropped from the list. But as it stands now, Ghana is eligible. So if you are a Ghanaian, citizen, if you're a Ghanaian, you qualify. So if you're a Ghanaian, you are living anywhere. Someone says that I'm a Ghanaian currently staying in Qatar. Is it possible to apply? Yes. So far as you are a Ghanaian, it is possible to apply. Please, can you hear me? Let me know if you can hear me. Let me know if you can hear me. So if you are a Ghanaian living in Qatar, if you are a Ghanaian living in Iraq, if you are a Ghanaian living in Kazakhstan, if you're a Ghanaian living anywhere, you can apply. Yes, if you're a Ghanaian living anywhere, you can apply. So what do you need to apply? What do you need to apply? We have only two qualifications. One, you have to come from a country which is eligible, and two, you have to qualify through education or work experience. So please listen and listen very carefully. You have only two things that qualifies you to register for the DV lottery. If you're a Ghanaian, as I stated already, you qualify. So there are only two things that qualifies you. One, you must come from an eligible country, which of course Ghana is one of them. And then two, you must qualify with either education or work experience. So let me explain this side: education or work experience. I didn't say education and work experience. You either qualify with education or work experience. About South Sudan, I think they are qualified. So please check it out. It's not all the information that maybe I have it off head. So you check it out. So how do you qualify with education? The minimum educational requirement to join the diversity visa lottery is high school diploma, which is the same as SS, a successful completion of SHS. A successful completion of SHS. So please underline the word successful. Underline the word successful. A successful completion of SHS. So if you're an SHS graduate, you've completed you can register register for the diversity visa lottery. That is, if you have a very, if you have completed and you passed, let me put it that way, and you passed, let me put it that way. That is one. And then the second is or work experience. We have a lot of people who dropped out of school along the way. They didn't even go to high school, but they are doing very well in business. They are doing very well in their various occupations. Those kind of people can also apply. So if you didn't go to school or you didn't further to high school, maybe you enrolled in primary school, you dropped out to do business, or JHS, you drop out to do business, any of these ones, you are also given the opportunity to apply using work experience. Is that what? You let me finish, I'll take all your questions. So if you have work experience, and please, it's not every kind of work that qualifies. Kindly take note, it's not every kind of work that qualifies. So I'm going to take you through how to check if your work qualifies. Probably you didn't complete school, but you are doing your business and you want to explore the visa lottery. How do you check if your job qualifies? Because we have the DV lottery provides a website where you check if your work qualifies. And of course, your work, you must have at least 2 years of work experience in a qualifying job. 2 years of work experience in a qualifying job, which means that not all jobs qualify. So please underline some of the words that I'm using here. Not all the work qualifies. So you must have 2 years of work experience in a qualifying job. So once you meet these two criteria, one, coming from an eligible country and qualifying with education or work experience, then you are fully qualified to do what? Take part in the diversity visa lottery. One other technical aspect of the diversity visa lottery is the passport picture. You know, when you are registering, during the registration phase, you have to upload, the only document you are going to upload is your passport picture. And your passport picture must meet certain requirements. If your passport picture does not meet that requirement, it means that if your passport picture doesn't meet that requirement, it means that you will be disqualified along the way. You know, this is a lottery that a lot of people, more than millions of people, are going to be registering, but they have only about 55,000 visas available to give to all these people who are going to register. So if you make any mistake, you flout any of their rules, you give them the chance to kick you out even before the journey starts for selection. I hope you understand. So yes, let me give you the passport picture rundown. How do you get your passport picture? The passport picture, you need an American size passport picture. So if you are going to take a passport picture, tell the person that I need American size passport picture. The background must be white background, American size passport picture, white background. Then, white background. Whilst you are going to take it on a white background, please make sure that you do not wear anything white. You do not wear anything white or anything too light that is going to blur with your anything that is going to blur with the background. Mind you, the background is white. The background is white, so you do not have to wear anything white. You can wear your red, you can wear your black, you can wear your green. At least stand out from the background. I hope you understand. And also make sure that you do not wear uniform. So our brothers and sisters in the services, military, police, sometimes you are at work and then you maybe as I'm doing this video, you are at work, you are interested, so you go and take a passport picture. No, do not take a passport picture in your uniform. And also the parents here who will be registering their children, do not let them take the pictures in their school uniforms. It is wrong. Or some of us who are not in the country but our children are here. We have some of our friends, our brothers in Kuwait, Dubai, Qatar, who have children here in Ghana. That you do not wear anything white. You do not wear anything white or anything too light that is going to blur with your anything that is going to blur with the background. Mind you, the background is white. The background is white, so you do not have to wear anything white. You can wear your red, you can wear your black, you can wear your green. At least stand out from the background. I hope you understand. And also make sure that you do not wear uniform. So our brothers and sisters in the services, military, police, sometimes you are at work and then you maybe as I'm doing this video, you are at work, you are interested, so you go and take a passport picture. No. Do not take a passport picture in your uniform. And also the parents here who will be registering their children, do not let them take the pictures in their school uniforms. It is wrong. Or some of us who are not in the country but our children are here. We have some of our friends, our brothers in Kuwait, Dubai, Qatar, who have children here in Ghana. So they themselves cannot take them to the shop to go and take the photograph. So probably they are going to call their family and friends down here that Fasi Mesiko, Nonkotra picture, Nane Panoso Afa not Nako, but Beba Nona, Apolanish in school uniform. No. They can wear anything, but not white and not in their uniform. And please, mind you, the background must be white. And also, when you are going to take the picture, make sure that you do not wear spectacles. Do not wear spectacles. It is not allowed. You do not wear spectacles. You do not wear any earpiece or anything that is not part of your natural body. And also, our ladies, please minimize the makeup. You can either go raw, your face raw, because your passport picture, you must be able to be recognized if you are standing here and your passport picture is this. You must be able to recognize you very well. So some of the ladies go very heavy on their makeups that you hardly could recognize them in real life from their passport pictures. And also, please take note, the passport picture, the size must be, the dimension must be 2 by 2 inches. If you meet any photographer who knows what it's about, if you mention that you want American size passport picture, they are going to do a perfect job for you. The size must be 2 by 2 inches. 2 by 2 inches or 600 by 600 pixels. 600 by 600 pixel. Can you wear jersey? Of course you can wear jersey so far as it's not white. So far as it's not white. But do not wear a uniform. And then also the size of your picture shouldn't exceed 240 kilobytes. The size of your picture shouldn't exceed 240 kilobytes. You know, some of you edit your pictures too much that a common passport picture is about 1 megabyte. No, do not let your passport picture exceed 240 kilobytes. Please, can I have the link? If you check the description, the link is there. If you check the description, the link is there. Yeah, so these are some of the technical aspects of the pictures. So I'm going to switch. I said do not wear white. So this is not where you are coming to ask me if the dress here is white and here is not white. Do not wear white. If you have black, wear whatever you have to wear. This is not where to be asking trivia questions. Yes, so I'm going to switch to my desktop right now and show you some examples of okay, so someone just asked, can you use a picture I have used before? So no, the picture that you are going to use must be a recent picture. If you registered last year and you used a particular picture, please do not use that picture again. If you registered last year with one particular picture, do not use that picture again. At least your picture should be 6 months old. Your picture shouldn't be more than 1 year old. So please take note of that. Please take note of that. And someone is asking, if you registered before but your results are not in, can you register again? If you registered before, the results are already in. But one thing I can say is that if you registered last year and you have won, you can still register. You have won, you have not been called for interview, maybe your case number is very high, you can still register, because there are a lot of people who are not going to be called for interview. And even if you win, they will state it in your winning letter that this selection doesn't mean that you'll be granted visa. And mostly visa, the interview is based on your case numbers. So someone has about 40,000 case numbers, like a lady I registered last 2 years who won, hasn't been called for interview because he had a very high case number. You see? So if you registered and you have won, winning doesn't guarantee say you have a visa until you have gone through the process, gone through the interview, and have finally been given your visa. Then that one, the obet me amount also. But then yes, you have to register. Someone is asking, how can I register? The most important thing you have to take note is the technical aspect. How can I register? How can I register? How can I register? The rush. You get the link to the registration. Then tomorrow, you get a link to the registration. Then tomorrow, you go and do the things that you don't have to do. You are going to use a colored shirt. You are going to take pictures which do not meet the requirements. Then you are here. I hope you understand. Okay, so I'm going to switch to my desktop, and I show you how to take your pictures, please. Come on, let me check. Okay, so I'm trying to show you the pictures, how to go about the pictures. So kindly give me some time. Let me show you how to go about the pictures. So this is my picture that I used. Please let me know if you can see. If you can see, just type yes. If you can see, just type yes so that I can show you the process. If you can see, just type yes. Okay, I guess we can all see. Okay, so this is a picture I used last year. This is a picture of myself that I used last year. You see, this is something that we are looking for. The size must be 2 by 2 inches, and it must be white background. You see, but some people, you will not listen. You will be in the comment section and be asking, please the link, please the link, please the link, please the link. Then we will send you the link. Then you go and take something like this. If you go and take something like this, it's disqualified. They say no red background. You are under the post saying, please send me the link, send me the link. You will not listen to the technical aspect. If you do something like this, you'll be disqualified. This is not the original, background, but rather, this is, I did that edit to teach you how to. You see, this is the original one. Very good. So I'm going to give you a couple of pictures. So this picture like this, let me take our Muslim brother sisters who will be joining us. Please, I know that you have to use your hijab. So please, if you are using your hijab, make sure that your hijab do not cover your face. So I have 2 pictures here, the one above and the one below. The one above is thick green because that's the right way. You can use your hijab with no problem, but make sure that your face is showing very, very well. make sure that your face is showing very, very well. I hope you understand. Then the second one is the same person, but look at this. Have you seen the difference? It's the same person. Oh, it's the same person. It's the same person, but look, part of the face is what? Covered. Part of the face is covered, which is not acceptable. Please kindly take note of the technicalities. Kindly take notes. Can I edit from red background? Please, if you have a picture that if you are not yet taking your picture, go and take it. Do not go and do some shakara edit that is going to jeopardize your chance of winning. I beg you, pa. I beg you. Do not go and do any shakara. So let me take another one. So if this is okay, so I guess they said the ears must be seen. Yes, the ears must be seen, but you know, if it is for religious purposes, especially our Muslim people, this is something that is approved that you can use. This is something that is approved from the website that you can use. When I'm done, I'm going to share a photo edit tool with you. Okay, so from here, let's check this photo. See this photo. These two people are the same, but this one is correct, whilst this one is wrong. Why is that so? I've spoken about some of you that edit your pictures too much. This picture, we say it is overly exposed because it has too much light in the face. It has too much light in the face. So something like this is not acceptable. If you take a picture like this and you use it to register, the application will go through, but automatically you are disqualified. I've seen someone write in the comment section that I've registered for 5 years or 5 times, but I've never won. Probably maybe you are doing the wrong thing, or sometimes you are doing the right thing. But as I said, it is lottery. It is lottery. Someone has done it for 8th time, and the 9th time it went through for the person. But some of these things, you might have been doing some of these small mistakes. This picture is overly exposed, so this is not accepted. But this, the same person, this is accepted. You see the background, you see his dress, fine. You don't have any problem with anybody. You don't have any problem with anybody. And I'm telling you that tomorrow is the registration, so please take note. Then let me take this picture too. These two pictures, the same person. But this is correct. The background is correct. The dress is correct. Ears are showing. Everything is correct. Allah. Yeah, so everything is correct. But this same person with the same background, white, top black, ears fine, but because of the glasses, this is not accepted. Someone says, if my husband has registered the family, can I also register the family? Yes, you can do that. I'll come there, so please hold on. I'll come there for you, so please hold on. Let's do the technical aspects. Then this video is going to be on the page for some time, so if you are in a rush to go somewhere, you can go. By the time you come, it will still be on here. And please share the video. If someone is interested but is not able to join the live, they can watch it later. Yes, so this picture, the person has the glasses on, which makes it wrong. This is the correct type, so please take note. Okay, then let's take another picture. Let's take this one. Okay, so this picture, the same person. This one is correct, but this one is wrong. Why? This one, the background is white. You can see his face clearly. His dress is not white. It's not a uniform. Everything checks. So this one is fine. But this one, the background is white. His dress checks. His face showing. But he has a shadow here. there is a shadow here, which make this one wrong. You see, this is wrong because it has shadow behind and shadow in the face. We want to see your face well. If I am registered by a relative abroad, can I also register? Registration is done once. Multiple registration will disqualify you. So please take note. So yes, this picture is wrong, but this picture is correct. I hope you are taking note of this. These are some of the technical things that you play with and then you go inside that no show. Okay, so which one again? So those of us who are going to register with our babies, you have a baby, you want to register with the baby, please, these two pictures, the same baby, look at the baby. This is also the same baby. The background is white, the dress is fine. The same as this one, the background is white, the dress is fine, but the top one is acceptable. This one is the accepted one. If you are taking a picture of your baby, please make sure that the baby has nothing in the face that will distract. No teddy bears around, no pacifier, nothing. Let the baby's face show looking into the camera. Let the baby's face show looking into the camera. If you get here, you see that it's the same thing, but the baby has something in the mouth. So those who have very young babies who you cannot carry to the photo studio to take picture of, you can put them on a white bed sheet and then you take them the picture. A white bed sheet. Make sure they wear dresses that are not white or that are not too similar to the background. That are not similar to the background. Let me not use too similar to the background. Yes, so this one is not acceptable. I've given you the size of the picture, so please take note. Then let me take this one also. See this picture. This passport picture is wrong. One, her eyes are closed. Too much going on here. At least you can dress your hair. Let's see your ears. Too much going on here. And the dress is white. Have you seen? If I already have a 3 years visitor's visa, can I register for the lottery? The lottery is, if you win the lottery, you get permanent residency. So if you are not a permanent resident of America, you can apply. Unless you are a permanent resident. So look, this is it. This is wrong. And then this is also wrong. This is also wrong. This is a passport picture. Just close your mouth. If you give a small grind, fine. But this one there, someone says, please, can I use the same picture I used last year? I think you just joined. No, you cannot use the same picture. I need a new picture. So this, okay, let me see the last one. Okay, so this is the last one. So those of you taking your children the pictures, make sure that they do not have their hands in their face. Let their hands be down. Let them look direct into the camera. Please, you do not need any chain. This is a passport picture. This is not a model reel or something. This is a passport picture. What are you doing with big earrings? This is a passport picture. Okay, so this one is also not acceptable. This baby has nothing in his face, but it's not looking into the camera. So if you take your children out to take the passport picture, make sure you take note of all of these. Okay, so I'm going to show you some photo tools that you can use to check if your photo meets the requirement. Please, it is a yearly registration, so you can register every year so far as you've not won the lottery. So those of you asking, I registered this year, can I also? It's a yearly registration. Once you can still register. I hope you understand. The picture size must be 2 by 2 inches. Dimension 600 by 600 pixels. And then the size shouldn't be more than 240 kilobytes. All right, so if you go to the US website, it gives you a photo checker. But please, or the photo tool, they call it the photo tool. But please be mindful, this photo tool has the role it plays. It is not 100%. This is the photo tool. If you go to the state travel.state.gov, this photo tool only helps you to crop the picture. It doesn't guarantee that if you use this photo tool and it checks that everything is correct, it means your picture is correct. Please, can we get your handle? My name is Patrick and I work with NDA. So once you are on NDA page, you are okay. Anything you send on NDA page, I see it here. Yes. Anything you send on NDA page, I see it. That's Myanmar. Yeah. Yeah, so someone says, bro, I beg you, can I do it for myself and my wife differently with our daughter? So Jonathan, yes. As a married, as couples, you can register as the principal applicant. Then you add your wife and your children as a dependent. Once you are done, that is if you meet the requirement. And if your wife also meets the requirements, once you are done, your wife can also register as the principal applicant, add you and the children as a dependent. But please take note, if the man is qualified, but the wife is not qualified, that is, the man meets all the requirements, but the wife does not meet the requirements, the man can only register and put the wife and the children on. But the wife cannot register and put the man and the children on because, one, you must meet the requirement. So if your wife doesn't have the work experience required, or the work of your wife doesn't qualify, and your wife doesn't have the minimum educational requirement, which is senior high school, a successful completion of senior high school, then your wife cannot register. But you can register and put your wife on it. So if whether your wife is educated or not educated, so far as you, the man, you are qualified and you are married to that woman, you can add that woman as your dependent. I hope you understand this place. Please, can someone in the US register on my behalf? Yes, the person can register on your behalf, but it makes no difference. Can you register without any qualification? The minimum educational requirement is high school. But if you don't have a high school, you can use the required work experience. Okay, so let me move to the photo checker. So a lot of you might have heard of this photo tool, which helps you to check if your picture meets the requirement. This photo tool only helps you to crop your picture. So please do not rely on this photo tool for it to check if everything is correct. Let me try this picture. So I'm here. I'll choose a picture from desktop. So this is my picture. I want to choose this picture. So when I chose this picture, listen to look at what it says. It says that photo does not need cropping. Photo dimensions are 600 by 600, which means that my photo is okay. I don't need cropping. You see what is written here? Cropping. So this this tool only helps you to crop your picture to meet the dimension that you need. Apart from that, it doesn't do anything else again. Do you need anyone staying outside address to apply? Abudu, please, no, you don't need anyone's address staying outside to apply. So you see this photo, it doesn't need cropping. Mind you, the photo requirement says that the background must be white. This photo does not check if your background is white or your background is not white. I hope you understand. So now let me take another photo whose background is not white, and let's see if this photo too is going to prompt us and tell us that the background is not white. So let me go back and let me take the red, this one. Okay, you see, this picture is wrong because of the background. the background shouldn't be red. It is wrong. I'm just using it as an example, but here, because the dimension doesn't look okay, it is cropping it for me. So if I click accept and proceed, it is going to crop it to the exact dimension that the DV lottery wants. But you see that it didn't tell me that the back is wrong. So this is another photo tool that you can use. Let me check. This is another photo tool that you can use. So please hold on. Okay, so this is another photo tool. So in my registration, I use several photo tools to make sure that all the photos meet the requirement. So I'm going to upload the same two photos that I uploaded in the first photo tool, and this is another photo tool. So please, you can check it out. DV Lottery Photo Checker. You can check it out. So here, I'm coming to upload the first picture that I uploaded, which is this one. See what it has written. I don't know if you can see my screen. Okay. See what it has written. It says what? Size is in kilobyte. File size in kilobyte is correct. Image height and width are correct. Head size is correct. Eyes are located within the proper range. Background looks good. Are you checking it? Please, if you don't take care of this small things, you go and register and then no show. You see? Very good. So this is my picture. Now, the same picture that I changed the background. The same picture, but I changed the background. So let's see if this photo checker is going to detect whether the background is good or the background is not good. So let me use the red one. Look at what he told me. The same picture, but I intentionally changed the background. It says what? The file size is correct. The image height and everything is correct. Eye is correct. But background must be light and uniform. You see that this one detected the background? You see? This one detected that the background is not good. This one detected that the background is not good. So this is one photo checker you can use to and this one, if the dimension is also not good, it's going to tell you that the dimension is not good. So if your photo, everything about your photo, including your background, is good, but the dimension is not good, you bring it here to this photo tool to crop it out. But please, do not take this. This is not the right background. This is for just educational purpose. Very good. So once that we are all okay with the passport picture, now I can proceed to the registration. I'll not keep long here. Please, that's a correct registration qualified to winning a lottery. A correct registration will make it to the selection phase. A correct registration will make it to the selection phase. Okay, so once we are done here, I am also going to help you on how to check if your job qualifies. I'm going to help you on how to check if your job qualifies. I'm going to help you to check if your job qualifies. Please take note of this. Some of you are going to register and waste other people's chance. What do I mean by waste other people's chance? You are going to waste other people's chance in the sense that, one, you do not qualify with education. You don't have the required education, but you are going to register. If you win and you take your particulars, if you win and you get an interview and you take your particulars, you are not going to pass through the process. They are going to drop you. I hope you understand. They are going to drop you, which means that you have wasted somebody's chance. Some of you too, your work do not qualify. Your work do not qualify, but you are going to register anyway. And you are going to be called for interview if you win. And then you go and they go and check, and then you don't qualify. You have wasted somebody's chance. Because if, assuming 3,000 people in Accra or in Ghana wins the lottery, I can bet that almost half of these winners have mistakes in their registration. It's either they do not qualify educationally or work experience. That is why we've taken upon ourselves to come live this early morning, which is right now it's 11:21 over here, to give the education that you need. So this is the instruction. I'm going to read the instruction when it comes to the work experience. So these are the eligibility requirements. I hope you can see it. It says that requirement number 1, natives of countries with historically low rates of immigration to the United States may be eligible to enter. If you are not a native of a country with historically low rate of immigration to the United States, there are 2 other ways you might be able. So this one is talking about those whose country do not qualify. As I said, Nigeria, if you are a native of Nigeria, if you are a citizen of Nigeria, you do not qualify to join the DV lottery. If you're a Nigerian citizen, you do not qualify to join the DV lottery. But there are other ways that you can use to join the DV lottery. How can you join the DV lottery? 1, if you are married to someone, who is from an eligible country. So let me use this example. If you are a Nigerian but married to a Ghanaian, you can take part in the registration by claiming the country of birth of your partner. By claiming the country of birth of your partner. Let me explain this. After the explanation, then we can switch to how to check for the job experience. So assuming you are a Nigerian and you are married to a Ghanaian, mind you, you are not qualified. But if you are married to a Ghanaian or anybody who is from a country which is eligible, then you can take part in the registration. Or if any of your parents comes from a country which is eligible, so if you are a Nigerian, you were born in Nigeria to a Ghana and a Nigerian parent, you can claim the country of eligibility of your parents, the parent who is from the eligible country. So maybe a Nigerian, your father is a Ghanaian and your mother is a Nigerian. You can claim your father's nationality to do it, or your mother is a Ghanaian, you can claim that one. Apart from these 2 things, either from marriage or from your parents' side, there's no other way that you can use to qualify as a Nigerian. Okay, so I'm going to proceed to if you can see right now, I think the link is on. I'm going to proceed now to how to check. Please, you have to take this very, very serious. Not everybody qualifies to take part in this registration. Even if you are from an eligible country, which even if you are Ghanaian, doesn't guarantee that you qualify to register for the diversity visa lottery. 1, you must meet the educational requirement, which is the minimum educational requirement. Minimum. Some of you have been asking questions. Please, I'm in the university, can I apply? The English is the minimum requirement. Se uni education kra minimum ne your friend is saying high school, which is SS, JHS, which means what show WAEC exams are wa pass a certificate. Wa pass se me ka se wa pass a anya se bia AAA BBB eno kwa de bi, but ye wo mark bia onim say where they were passing, and yet D ini F no, and no, and money affect you call no elective. No one's a Ghana, no, you have 3 course and 3 elective. At least you must pass these ones for you to take part. Now, so say we need any of these the system still gives you the opportunity. Mind you, America wants skilled and educated people. They don't want just anybody to come into their country to come and cause problem or be a burden onto the government. They know that the way we SSR, if you come to America, you can contribute to their nation. You can work or you can further your education to contribute. Or if you come to America and you are skilled labor, you are going to contribute. But if you are not educated and you don't have any skills or you don't have any occupation that can contribute to America, they don't want you there. I hope you understand. They don't want you there. That's why they've restricted it that you must either qualify through education or work experience. So if you don't have education, they are still giving you the opportunity to use your work experience. So which kind of work qualifies? I know some of you are asking. Please, does my work qualify? I'm a nurse, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a this, I'm a that, I'm a that. They have laid down the principles that you must meet. Listen, this is a lottery, and every lottery around the world has principles. If you don't meet the principles, you are not going to be selected as part of the winners. If you don't meet it, forget. You are not going to be qualified as part of the winners. So you have to listen and listen very carefully. So right now, I'm going to turn back to my desktop. We are going to read what it entails to apply with your work experience. And then after that, I'm going to select about 5 different jobs, how to check if your work qualifies. I'm going to select about 5 different jobs. So once you watch, after the video, you go back to the video again, watch and learn how to check using your work experience. I hope you get it. All right. So I'm switching right now to my desktop. All right. So if you can see, give me thumbs up in the comment section. If you can see. Yeah, hello. Charlie, good afternoon. Charlie, in your office, I don't know how much trouble. Can't be no trouble. Oh, okay. We are sending you. Okay. Okay, so okay, you can see mine. Okay, so now let's move straight to where it stays work experience. Okay, I think we have done the education. Okay, so when you come to work experience, we are reading the requirement number 2. It says each DV applicant must meet the education or work experience requirements of the DV program by having either, so underline the word either, by having either at least a high school education or its relevant defines a successful completion of a 12 years course of formal elementary and secondary education. And here too, you underline the word successful. A lot of us have completed high school, but we didn't complete it successfully. You know what I'm talking about. I'm not going to talk about it plenty. Then number 2, it says, or 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years in an occupation that requires at least 2 years of training or experience to perform. Let me take it once again. 2 years of work experience within the past 5 years, which means that if you have been working for the past 5 years, they don't need you to have 5 years experience. All they need is just 2 years experience. All they need is for you to have just 2 years of work experience. Just 2 years. But it says what? In an occupation that requires at least. So it's not that just the 2 years of experience. It says in an occupation that at least requires 2 years of training or experience to perform. 2 years of training or experience to perform. 2 years of training or experience to perform. And it goes ahead and says that I don't have birth certificate. Some of this comment. It goes ahead and says the Department of State will use the U.S. Department of Labor's O-Net online database to determine qualifying work experiences. So if you want to check if your work qualifies, this is where you have to go. The O-Net online database. The O-Net database. I hope you understand. To determine. So right now I'm going to take you to the O-Net database, and then we'll check if your work qualifies. But it also says that it's not only this one. No. Your work must meet, they have something they call specific vocational preparation. We call that one SVP. Your SVP must be 7.0 and above. Your SVP must be 7.0 and above. Once your SVP is 7.0 and above, then you qualify to take part in the registration. So let me see. We go to the website. Okay, so this is the website. So you go to O-Net. onetonline.org. When you come here, this is where you are going to do what? Check for your work, if your work qualifies. So the SVP is specific vocational preparation. Okay, so I'm here. This is where I'm coming to check if my work qualifies. So someone is asking, I'm going to take about just three jobs. And this video is not to come and check whose work qualifies and whose does not. I'm going to teach you how to check it for yourself. That's why I'm going to take 3. So those of you typing, check does this qualify, does this qualify? This is how to check. So you look at it and you check for yourself. So 1, I'm going to take teacher. Maybe you are a teacher. Let me see. Teacher. Let me see if I'll get a teacher. Okay, so this, I chose teacher. I chose a teacher. So these are the different type of teaching requirements. And on the amameno. So it says for special education teacher. So once you type in teacher and you hit the enter button, it will give you a lot of alternatives. So you know the kind of work you do. So you look through the alternatives and see, say, okay, I fall within here, I fall within here. So we have special education teacher or middle school teacher. We have special education teachers, preschool teacher. We have special education teachers, secondary school teacher, teaching assistants, preschool, elementary. So let's take one of them. So I'll take special education. Ghana special education. Economics teacher. I want something basic. So let's take secondary. Okay, let's take special education teachers, then secondary school. This one. Please, mind you, your SVP must be 7.0 and above. So once you click here, I click this one. Once I click here, it gives me a little summary of the job. It says special education teacher, secondary school teacher. So you read here. They teach academic, social, and life skills to secondary school students with learning, emotional, or physical disability, including teachers who specialize and work yada 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 yada. All right, so your job titles. Then what I'm very much interested is my SVP. It's my SVP. So I scroll down and check my SVP rate. So if you come to the job zone, the job zone will give you where your SVP is. So when I come here, this is my SVP, my specific vocational preparation. According to the principle or according to the requirement, it must be 7.0 and above. So if I check here, it is 7.0. It is 7.0. This is for the people who are going to register using work experience. And then mind you, the work experience doesn't mean that you have to upload your certificate or anything. During the registration process, the work experience will not be asked. So on the form, there is no way or there is no place in the form that will ask you for your work experience or your work. The only place available in the form is your education. So if you are not qualifying with education, any level that you reach and you stop. So if you reach primary school and you stopped, in the forms you choose primary. There's no place asking for work experience. The work experience only comes in after you have been selected as the winner of the lottery. That is where in your DS260 you are going to fill the form. And then you add the kind of work you do. And then when you are lucky to be called for interview, you send your CV and the rest of the documents that will aid them to give you the visa. So if you are registering, there is no place. Please check it and check it well. I've had a lot of people sending me their CVs. That please, this is my CV. This is my CV. Apply. Use it to apply for me. No. If you completed GSS, write the GSS there. If you completed primary, write the primary. I hope you understand. So please take note of this. In the entry phase, you don't need your work experience. Your work experience only comes in after you have been successfully selected. Very good. So teacher. So this kind of teacher qualifies because the SVP range is what? 7.0. I hope you get it. The SVP range is 7.0. So let me go to another occupation. I'm Ransford, electrician from Ghana. I completed SHS as electrical installation. So let me go to electrician. So please, you come to this search button. The occupation says, so let me say electrician. Okay, so when I enter the electrician, this is what it's giving me. So we have different type of electricians. So once you hit the enter, these are the alternatives. So if you are an electrician, if you check the first one, electricians. Second one, helpers, electrician, electric motor, power tool, and related repairs. And electricians now more has say no. When you now into now be check, now I should be a wejuma no, fall it. So at as here. And you say choose electrician na what click he say okay, maintenance and repair works, David. But just some at here. These are some of the things. Send a bear uncle waste too time. The bear ya pa ne say what we need now so call interview no yanfa visa na ma. Unai ba ku si ho. Oni wa this time waka cha wadan for nyina say Charlie ma we ni manya interview. Obeko no na ye be check your document and you say we are sorry. You don't meet the requirements. About this, one guy's about waste two time. Answer waste two be chance. So I tell you, very good. I say, please, will passport be needed? No, passport wouldn't be needed. Okay, so let's go. Electrician. Let me click on this electrician and see if you qualify. So I'm going to scroll my time is almost up, so I'm going to scroll down to my job zone. So right now I'm here, job zone, and I'm going to check my SVP. If you check here, your SVP, electricians, your SVP is 6.0 to 7.0. So it falls short of the 7.0 which is required. It falls short. But in most cases, as I said, if you use your job to qualify, you have to go and convince the people who are going to interview you when you are called for interview. And you have to state it in your, how do you call it, DS-260. So it is likely some of you who are going to prepare a CV, maybe your job is 6.0, but you are going to prepare a very good CV detailing the work that you do. You are going to have proof letter of from your bosses or whichever, which is going to convince the consulate. It is already a 6 now to make convince you are fine. But normally I say yes 7.0. And even with 7.0 no, when you have CV, I would be convinced in Crawford. So what's SVP? SVP means specific vocational preparation, and it is done in numbers. So this specific vocational preparation. So this is the range. They've done it in numbers. So please, so this is how to check it. So the rest of you in the comment section asking, I'm an excavator driver, but want to join. I don't know about that one. Yeah. So if you come to this website, you hit the oldnetonline.org. It will bring you to where you are going to check for your work experience. I've posted a video on NDA platform, I think a couple of days ago. You can go through this NDA's platform. You see that. You see that. What about banking and finance? Mr. Paul Owusu, please use this site to confirm if your job qualifies. So once we have been able to clear this one, I'm going to summarize everything and then attend to something else. Okay, so in a nutshell, the diversity visa lottery, which is the DV lottery, begins tomorrow 4 p.m. sharp. Then the website is active for registration. If you check the description of this video, the website that you use for your self-registration is there. So tomorrow 4 p.m. sharp. And also you must meet 2 criteria to join. 1, you must come from a country which is eligible. 2, you must qualify with either education or work experience. And also, whilst you meet all these requirements, give extra attention to your passport picture. Make sure your passport picture is American size passport picture, white background. Do not wear spectacles, do not wear earpiece, do not wear white dress, do not wear any dress that will blend with your background. Do not wear a uniform, whether you are a military man, hospital, a policeman, nurse, student. Do not wear a uniform. Make sure that your picture, the size is 2 by 2 inches. 2 by 2 inches, or the dimension being 600 by 600 pixels. Make sure that the size of your picture does not exceed 240 kilobytes. Make sure your size does not exceed 240 kilobytes. And make sure your picture is in JPEG. JPEG. Do not go and save your picture in PNG format. The format of your picture must be in JPEG. Your picture must not be black and white. It must be in focus. We have to see your face. Those of you who just joined, when this video ends, kindly go back and read or listen to whatever I've said. Yes, your picture must be in focus, must be in color. Do not go and do your picture black and white. Very good. So now let me move quickly. Please, you do not need passport. You do not need a passport to apply. So if you don't have passport today, tomorrow when it opens, you can apply. But make sure that some person want to come and your car near the America. Even so, the wet in a car will carry America. Your borders are you better check or friend say or passport. And this and they won't need passport. Making sure say or China and I say your registration you work towards getting your passport. Send a better resource in the bebano. Now on account passport. Very good. So what again? There are people who want to register. People who want to register. If you are single, you don't have any wife, you don't have any children, you just need your passport picture. Once you meet the requirement, you just need your passport picture. Then you go through the process. The link, let me see if the link is there. So I think this the link is showing right now. The link to register tomorrow. If you are registering as a couple, someone and a wife, only a wife, more register. You can do the registration this way. And before I move on to that one, registration is done once. Multiple registration will disqualify you. Some of you will want to play smart. Oh, mami, your registration. Oh, your registration. I know a friend, Charlie original. Charlie registration, mama, na my yama. Rako be o ti send be original there now far, me there ni be far. We use sa tactics now. Double registration automatically you disqualify. So what I say? Automatically you disqualify. Registration here back up. We are and one no. We are and one no. So what worry? Now based on your registration now. If you are married and you are doing the registration, the system gives you the opportunity to add your wife and your children. So if I'm married and I'm doing the registration, I'll register as the principal applicant and add my wife. So once I register and married, I choose married, it opens another box for me to fill my wife details. Once I'm done with that, I upload my picture and my wife's passport picture. So if you are registering as couples, you need two passport pictures. The husband's passport picture and the wife's passport picture. All of these must meet the requirements. So once I'm done registration, me Patrick, and I make original, my registration may be. Now my wife will also have to register. Or my wife can also register and put me on. But listen, my wife can only register if she also meets the requirement. If your husband, let's say your husband, me, maybe I'm done with high school, I'm done with university, which means that I meet the educational requirement. So I do it and I put my wife on. Maybe my wife doesn't have the high school requirement and my wife doesn't have the 2 years of work experience. But because I am the one putting her on, she doesn't need that. So my wife cannot register and put me on because she does not have that. She does not pass that side. I hope I get myself clear. I don't know if I'm getting myself, I'm contradicting myself or something. Yes. So for the couples who meet the requirements, you have a double chance. The wife will register and put the husband on. The husband will register and put the wife on. So if in the likely event that the results are out and the wife doesn't win and the husband wins, you go. But there's a case to that the two of you, none of you win, then you try again. So those of you also registering with your children, and please, if you are staying with somebody, you have children with the person, but you are not married to the person, doesn't mean that you are married. So someone will send me a message, please, I live with my boyfriend. Can I add my boyfriend? No, you cannot add your boyfriend. Your boyfriend is not your husband. Please, I live with my baby daddy. I live with my girlfriend, we have children together. Can I register and add my girlfriend? No. The reason being that you are not married, and once you win, you have to prove